Hi there, you're listening to Marxism Today, and I'm Red Wagner. This is the first episode of Season 3. It's called Why I Joined the Democratic Socialists of America, and it will feature an article with that same name written by me and published in the DSA in the newsletter for my local. One quick disclaimer before I get into the article. The point of this article is not to promote a particular socialist organization over another. In the past, I joined the Socialist Alternative Group and was happy with it, and I currently subscribe to the International Socialist Review, which is the magazine for the International Socialist Organization. The point of this article is to explain why it was time for me to join any of these organizations. And with no further ado, here's the article. Why I joined the DSA. I've considered myself a socialist for years. I started reading Marx in college, but my participation in organized groups has always been limited. For only one semester, I joined the campus Socialist Alternative Group, and now several years later, I've decided to join up with another organized group, this time the Democratic Socialists of America. For many leftists in my generation, mass organizations are intrinsically suspicious. Corporations are money-sucking con men. The government drags us into wars and bails out banks. Churches seem basically just interested in controlling our beliefs. And our exposure to unions is either non-existent or consists of little more than paying dues. In a certain light, it's no wonder that the young left is sometimes resigned to individualistic, sequestered actions. Listening to radical rock or hip-hop music, watching Democracy Now!, or reading the latest Slavoj Žižek book, while never joining up with other leftists. I've made that step outside the walls of my home to meet with others, to give up a portion of that precious commodity, free time, and joined the DSA. But why? And why now? And what am I expecting to get out of it? I joined the DSA because I felt like I needed to. It's been 5 years since the start of the Great Recession, and little has been done about the challenges we face. Millions of people are unemployed, and millions more are employed in jobs that are underpaid and unfulfilling. Because capitalism seeks only to create employment to the extent that it serves to produce profits for the 1%, it's incapable of putting together unemployment with our country's unused workplaces in order to meet the great social need that we see all around us. Anyone in the millennial generation knows at least a few people, if not dozens, that are unemployed or, more likely, grossly underemployed. Their minds unstimulated by their jobs and their talents left unharnessed. What we have is a societal problem, a social problem, a systemic problem, and attempting to solve a problem like that in an individual way is a recipe for frustration and resignation. I joined the DSA because I couldn't continue to individually read, write, and think without even talking to other people. The first step in any movement or change is just to start talking to others. Without talking to others or meeting with them, we're weak and divided. We're made to feel like we're crazy or outcast by the corporate media. The small and simple step of meeting with others and just talking has profound implications. Just knowing that you're not alone in your worries and thoughts and struggles is healing to your psyche. What we have is a social problem, a societal problem, and a systemic problem. And trying to address a problem like that in an individual way is a recipe for frustration and resignation. The first step in any change or movement is to simply get out and start talking with others. Without talking to others, we're made to feel like were crazy or outcasts, especially by the corporate media. The simple step of just talking with others has profound psychological implications. Just knowing that you're not alone in your worries and thoughts and struggles is healing to your psyche. Karl Marx said, "Philosophers have only interpreted the world. The point is to change it." But we can't change anything if we're divided and if we haven't even taken the time to meet with others, to discuss and work cooperatively. Only together can we save the world from the irrationality of capitalism. This episode is part of the Marxism Today podcast series. Marxism Today is recorded, mixed, edited, produced, and maintained by Red Wagner. It is distributed freely and licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 3.0 license. To find out more about the Marxism Today podcast, visit our website at marxismtodaypodcast.wordpress.com, where you can find archives of all of our episodes available for download. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.